Last episode we learned about the squad attack. This episode is going to be focused primarily on the squad ambush. Now the tactics used here can scale up pretty easily to platoon level, but we're going to focus on the squad just because it's an easy learning block. Last time we learned about the objective rally point, and this time we're going to continue using it. When you do a squad ambush, you're going to move into an objective rally point after leaving the assembly area. This is a semi-secure area where you do not believe the enemy will attack, but it is close enough to the ambush site that it allows easy movement to the ambush site. At the ORP, you're going to establish a 360-degree perimeter and decide who's going to come on a leader's recon with you. Again, a leader's recon is very important. It's going to allow you to determine exactly what the area looks like, where to place your troops, etc. Determine who's coming on a leader's recon with you. In this example, we have both fire team leaders coming on, 2 riflemen, a grenadier, and the squad leader. Now, not only are these riflemen and grenadier for personal security, they're actually going to mark the ambush position once we get to the ambush position, such as this. Here at the ambush position, we've defined a covered and concealed location that is a good position along a trail. We're going to leave a rear security rifleman in place. We're also going to leave a grenadier and another rifleman on either flank of this covered and concealed position. This is going to do 2 things. It's going to give us some flank security, and it's going to mark our position when we come back to it later. The squad leaders and the fire team leaders are going to discuss exactly where they want to position their troops, what areas are good, what areas to stay away from, and when they're satisfied, they'll leave. They're going to leave that grenadier rifleman as a flank security in place and the rear security. This is going to mark the position. Upon returning to the ORP, they're going to gather up the rest of the squad, continue on, and load the ambush. There's a couple different techniques to loading the position. I like to use the bent L method. The crow's foot method is another way, but here we're going to talk about the bent L. Essentially, your fire team leaders who've already seen the area, know where they're going, and can find the friendly rifleman and grenadier who have been left to mark the position, will lead their fire teams into position. The fire team leaders will pass by the rear security man, and move up to the northern flank, in this example, and lay down their troops. The second fire team will follow in suit, and the squad leader will take the center position, or where they can best control the position. Once the enemy comes into the ambush, the squad leader is going to use a casualty-producing sound, such as firing a rifle, to initiate the ambush, while simultaneously yelling, "Fire!" This will alert the entire force to initiate the ambush, and everyone will fire. Once the enemy is dead after firing, ceasefire will be yelled, and a sweeping team, usually an assault team, will sweep through the enemy dead, checking to make sure they're dead, checking for intel, and clearing the trail. Once they're completed the sweep, they'll yell either area clear or some other pro word to allow the rest of the force to know that the area is clear, and then they will exfiltrate. They'll do this by moving past the rear security man, and everyone else will follow. Once the entire squad is picked up past the rear security man, the rear security will also pick up, follow the rest of the squad, and they'll return to the objective rally point. At the objective rally point, the squad leader is going to account for casualties, equipment losses, and ammunition, determine where they're at, what their status is, and then they will return to the assembly area or move on to whatever mission they're going to continue on. Next, we're going to look at an example on map. Now in this graphic, you're going to see the area that we used in the last episode. We're going to try to set an ambush on the trail this time. We already have an assembly area, where it's a safe area for us to gear up and get ready. That's where we're starting. After leaving the assembly area, we're going to establish an ORP just short of our ambush position, as seen here. We're going to get 360-degree perimeter, get security, and send out a leader's recon. This leader recon is going to go to the actual site. Now in this example, our leader's recon got to the area, determined that just along the trail is a very good covered and sealed area, but they're going to need to spread out a lot, all the way up nearly to the river crossing. Given this information, they decide to leave 3 troops behind, 1 to have rear security, and 2 to guard each flank. This is going to mark the location for when they come back. Leader's recon is going to head back to the RP, gather the rest of the squad, and then head back to the ambush position. They're going to use the bent L method to load the position, going in this case from north to south, and get everybody online. Once the ambush position is set, they're going to hold in place. Eventually, the enemy is going to come into the area, and the squad leader will fire a casualty-producing sound to initiate the ambush while simultaneously yelling, "Fire!" The entire squad is then going to follow suit and engage the enemy in the kill zone. Once the enemy in the kill zone has been killed, a assault team or a sweep team will move into the area on order and sweep through. They're going to check the dead, they're going to check for intel, and they're going to ensure that the kill zone is actually clear. Upon completion of this, they're going to swing back around on the flank, let the friendly forces know that the area is clear, and that it's time to move back. They will then pass by their rear security man and head back to the ORP. The entire patrol will follow suit, with the last man being the rear security man. Upon arrival at the ORP, the squad leader is going to go through, make sure that they all have enough ammunition, treat any casualties, send any reports that are needed, and then determine if there's any follow-on actions that need to occur. Whatever the squad leader's decision, they're going to carry on with the mission, return to the assembly area, or follow any further orders that are given.